we're live, and time, and it's time to go to Mother's to do the shore pan. I'm doing the shore pan at my mother's, so I is. So yeah, 154.9. Pretty miffed. I bought some petrol from Tesco Sunday because I'd run out pretty much, and it was 152.9. Went on Monday, it was 149.9. Booming. Well, a bit miffed. Booming's probably overstating it a little bit. Anyway, hopefully you're all good. Amazes me how quick this comes round, I'll be honest. Doesn't seem a week ago since I was doing this. If you're new to the channel, there's hours and hours and hours of me doing these things. Loads and loads of playlists. Get your chops round it, you'll be fine. I'm expecting the traffic not to be as heavy because it's half term in Wigan. That doesn't mean it's half term everywhere though. Can you hear birds tweeting? Maybe not. I think the shocked me was when I got out of the car. I was walking to the house. I could see my breath. Like, crikey. It's not even 6 o'clock yet, but this time next week it'll be 7 o'clock near enough. Because the clocks change on Saturday. They've got the filter now, so we still get through. Wasn't sure we would, but we will. Yeah, right in the middle of the road, what could possibly go wrong? And then cyclists complain about drivers. So we're dangerous traffic lights number 2, please, which are just about to change, but I'm well back, so we should be okay. It's weird that this is the last time I'll be doing this in daylight for a while. Because with the clocks changing and everything. It's gonna be weird. Anyway, over the railway bridge. Sainsbury's this week we're going to, so that's nice. I'm tempted to go through Wigan, but last time I went through Wigan when it was the holidays, I got caught up in traffic, so I'm going to go my normal route. And with any luck, it'll still be quite light with the traffic. He says, I know, we're off. That van was letting that Golf out, but the Golf just wasn't paying any attention. Jesus. It just run from behind me and then run in front of me and then don't, you know, then complain if you get run over. Anyway, hope you're all good. Big shout out to our regulars. If you want to get a shout out, then become a regular contributor. So, Angela T, Alan, and he seems to have disappeared again, so I'll be back under His Majesty's. That's what he implied anyway when he reappeared a few weeks ago. I don't know him that well. I've not actually physically met him for about 8 years. We got Kim. Also sorted out the lighting for the studio. A bit more tweaking went on. There might be a little bit more tweaking, but it's definitely better than it was for the what a week that was. We've had 2 weeks where the lighting's been shocking. What a week that was, but I appear to have sorted it out. Sorted it out. I have. Oh, okay then. Right, so we're now coming to the roundabouts. Standish. Going to head towards Hay. To be a lot of people jogging. Never seen the fun in jogging. The only sport that represents the school at was cross-country running. I wasn't great at that, I just had decent stamina. Jogging's never appealed to me. Someone else having a jog and on the phone. Is he doing a Yui? He's doing a Yui, but we'll go around now. Another jogger. Coming up to the roundabout into Hay. Now we're heading up to Bridge 63, which is no longer Bridge 63 because, as we know, if you've watched the walking along the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, there's more than 63 bridges. There's a lot of bridges that are a number and then A, B, C, which obviously they've added to it because over the years, since the canal's been built and the bridges were numbered, we've invented motorways and railways and stuff like that. Anyway, possibly the last time in daytime. Here we are, for a while anyway. Bridge 63. Got some loose bottles of water rattling around in the boot. It's up to do me head in, I'll be honest. Going to go through Aspel, so I'm not going to go through Black Rod. I'm going to go through Aspel. Hopefully that's the right choice, but we will find out. It's the news as well. Literally not heard the news today. I've been busy doing stuff. Shock announcements on Wigan Watch coming soon. But, you know, our decisions have to be made every now and then.
To help protect you, the story of your business. I'm already holding a relevant risk.
About homelessness.
My first day of crisis was my last day on the streets.
Give £29.73 now to help provide urgent care, housing advice and long-term support. Make this the first day of a life beyond homelessness. Search Crisis Christmas Appeal.
Here we go, news.
On your smart speaker.
Play Radio X.
This is Radio X News.
From Global's newsroom at 6, at least 12 British people are now known to have died during Hamas attacks in southern Israel. 5 others are still missing. In response, Israel's been targeting the group with airstrikes and have told people in Gaza to move south. Peter Lerner from the country's army insists they are considering the safety of civilians.
It is part of our operation, and we understand the humanitarian needs of the population need to be part of the solution.
Labour's called it paltry after the government said it's cutting the number of hotels used to house asylum seekers by 50. Ministers say it shows they are stopping the boats. A report warns the number of children experiencing extreme poverty in the UK has trebled since 2017. The Joseph Rowntree Foundation says almost 4 million people were unable to afford essentials last year, including 1 million children. And it's being confirmed the cap on
I didn't know you could buy children.
will be abolished. The idea was initially announced by Kwasi Kwarteng last year in his notorious mini-budget. Financial regulators say it's part of plans to make the UK more attractive post-Brexit.
Don't care. Yeah, if you watched the What a Week That Was, towards the end of it, I brought up the story of a young lad who I got speaking to. Basically, he was in an area, saw him from a distance, in an area that he shouldn't have been in, within the shopping complex I'm in, after hours. So I had a word with security, and one of them went round, and there were a few other teenagers there. The teenagers were leaving as I got there just to check the security guard was okay, because they'd gone on their own. And realised it was a teenager, youngish, tall lad, quite timid, and had about 5 carrier bags and a rucksack and all that, with all his stuff in. And basically I asked him, you know, how long he's been on the street. About a month. Didn't ask him why or anything, obviously, none of my business. And then said, well, you know, why, me and the security guard said, well, why haven't you been, you know, to sheltered accommodation, get help, all this kind of stuff. And he said, I've got the numbers, but my phone's flat. I said, well, you can just walk in, because most people don't have phones, that kind of thing. He went, no. And then he said he was going to go, so the security guard went, and so I was left with him. And so do you want me to give you a hand carrying your stuff to this, you know, this place? And he went, no, you're all right. He said, I'm used to carrying it. Very down, obviously. And I'm like, okay then. So I walked to the edge of the shopping centre's grounds with him. And he started turning the wrong way. And I'm like, whoa, hang on a minute, the place you're going is that way. He says, oh, I'm not going there. He says, I'm going back where I slept last night. And I said, well, where was that? And he said, in the doorway. And I went, that's not safe, mate. He went, no. He said, but, you know, someone's going to come and find me and, you know, all this kind of thing. And now whether they did or not, someone's helping, not just finding. Whether they did or not, I don't know. And off he went. And I was trying to think, why the hell wouldn't he have the help that's been offered by the, you know, the various charities? We have one called the Brick in Wigan, but there's other ones as well. And I realised, because he's a young lad, he said he was 18, but if he was 18, then I'm the Pope. At the very oldest, he'd be 16. And, you know, would he want to go and share a room, a dorm, with a load of druggies and alkies and stinky people? No, of course not. He seemed to take his chances, though, on the street, and that's wrong. And then I got even more angry because, obviously, these illegal immigrants and alleged asylum seekers we're getting, we're putting up in 4-star hotels. You're like, hang on a minute, there's a young teenage lad who was obviously terrified, being abandoned whilst we look after people who we don't know who they are. And it just got me angry. And I mean angry. So, yeah. It's at the end of what a week that was, which was on Sunday. I think it was the 22nd of the 10th. If you want to look at the playlist and listen to it. So it's, I think it was about 1 hour 40 odd minutes in, if you want to skip to it. I've actually put a link to where I start talking about it. You see me get angry. And when I went to bed, I was actually shaking with rage, which is not like me at all. I'm very, very laid back. I got told once by a woman when I was chairman of a stock car club that I'm that laid back I'm almost stood on my head. Because very few things wind me up. And you'll know that if you watched a few years ago when the entire wheel stuff fell off my car, and I didn't swear or anything, just went, oh, you know, things don't wind me up or rattle me, but that did. That poor lad, and, you know, I don't know where he is, or, you know, hopefully, you know, things have improved for him and over the weekend, and he's in a better place than he was on Friday night. But yeah, just horrible, isn't it? But as long as the, you know, the immigrants are okay in the hotels, that's all that matters, isn't it? I don't normally get political on these drives. I'm only talking about, we've just passed Chamberlain garage doors and look, there's a bus and here's the poacher, but no, it's obviously still riling me inside. Grrr, see? Right, we've got a white car who's being very nice and letting people out if they understand what's going on, which they don't. Well, one's figured it out now. I even wrote about it in the paper this week as well. Although it's not out yet, the paper. turning? No, was turning. It's turning. It's got its indicator on. Anyway, we're now on the A6, heading towards some lights that have just changed to red. A couple of spots of rain on the window screen as well, so I assume this darker cloud we're coming to is rain cloud. Now I know we're going to get some more rain and crappy weather over the next few days. However, I don't think we were going to get any tonight. I assume that's the moon up in the sky, peeking out between the clouds. It's quite bright. So we're about to go on the M61, heading towards the M60. However, often we peel off because of traffic and go different ways. So even these street lamps, when they turn on, they're literally on. Whereas back in the older days, when there were the yellow-orange lights, they'd warm up, so they slowly light the ground. These just bing, and they're on because they're LED. Wigan were the first place I noticed to have LED lights as well, street lights. Right, go, go, go. Go, go, go. I can go, go, go too. Look at the car behind me. And the car behind that. And the car behind that. Can't see now. Got Winterhill on the hill, which is illuminated. So don't forget, because the clocks change, it will be an hour later from now when I'm doing this next week, which means it'll be dark, proper dark, rather than dusk. And then that'll be it until spring. So we're on the M61. Don't forget, there's shed loads of playlists of me doing all this driving and everything. So if you're enjoying this, which a lot of people do, a lot of people put it on when they go to bed. And they don't watch it, obviously, they just have the noise of it in the background. Maybe the sound of the car or something, I don't know. But check out all the playlists Don't forget to join in the conversation as well, although obviously I can't join in the conversation as I'm driving a car. That would be beyond dangerous. So feel free to have a chat. If you want to chat to me directly during a live broadcast, then do it when I'm doing a gaming session, or when I'm doing the What a Week That Was on a Saturday, 8 o'clock UK time. And you can have a chat with me about stuff, or obviously just comments in the comment section, and I'll read that later on. I never read the chats back in these things because, brutally honest, I don't have the time. I'm doing 70. Now going under the bridge, onto the bus shelter. Oh, we got lots of brake lights already. What the hell? Unless it's a slip road. It might be a slip road thing. There's nothing behind me. This is a slip road here. Might be an issue on the slip road. Massive gamble, because if it's older lanes, then it's just a slip road. It is a slip road. Well, that's all right then. Phew. There's obviously something going on. Down there. I was going to come off there actually. Oh yeah, it's absolute chaos down there on that roundabout. And now we're stopping again. Okay. I am not stopping here because there's a lorry coming behind me. I am not being a sandwich between two lorries. Called me old-fashioned, but that's not happening. Right, there's traffic on the other slip road on the other side. You see those white lorries that are all moving very slowly, and then we're moving very slowly. So I'm not exactly sure why the roundabout is bad, but we're after the roundabout and it's bad. Very strange. Slightly annoying because we were doing quite well up to this point. But if I'd gone off of that junction, I'd have been the idiot who, pushes in front of everyone. But then I got stuck on the roundabouts anyway, and it looks like it's all the way around because you've got pretty much stationary traffic on the slip road on the other side as well. So what is occurring? Another big shout out Kim, Angela, Toff, Annie, Smiley Mac, Alan. This is bizarre. It's a stationary articulator lorry on the other side, on the hard shoulder. Doesn't appear to be doing anything. So, what to do? It's definitely going dark as well now. On the camera, the sky looks quite bright. To me, it's looking pretty black. Behind me, it's nice golden colour. See the rear view mirror. Definitely starting to rain a little bit. Someone honking their horn on the other side of the motorway. I thought it was too good to be true. We've been making good progress, and then wallop. M61 again. Are they giving away free stuff at Trafford Centre? Now the gamble is always to come off at the next junction, but the next junction is the one with that horrible roundabout where it runs parallel a little bit with the A666, and you've got that horrendous roundabout. So I'm not feeling the need to pull off the motorway at that area. Doing 12 mile an hour at the minute. Oh, 17. Double. 12. 10. Thanks, T. So we've got a matrix with the so I've just noticed that lane 1, car in lane 1 is miles back. So there's a huge gap in lane 1, but I don't want to pull lane 1 because I don't think lane 1 is going to be the lane I want to be in, or it might be. Just get into lane 1. We're all moving roughly the same speed, so it doesn't matter what lane you're in. Here we go. Delay. 20 minutes delay. M61. Well, we're on the M61. Well, it's 20 minutes. Okay. We are moving about 10 mile an hour. Junction 4 to 2. Well, 2 will be the one I was thinking of coming off at. And we've already passed 4. So this must be the 20 minutes that I'm already in. Now if I come off at this next junction, which is the A666 roundabout one, you don't actually well, you lose time basically, because that roundabout needs traffic lights on it. But it's Bolton Council, not Wigan Council, so I can't blame Wigan Council for that one. Accident, says on the matrix. Slow down. Does it say slow down? I don't know, it's all a bit blurry. Plus there's a lorry, there's a van in the way, so you can't see it. The brake lights don't help with the little bit of wind, rain on the yeah, it does say slow down. Accident, slow down. You won't be able to read it yet, but it's yeah, all the way down there. I suppose it depends what lane it's in. Ah, is that an arrow pointing from lane 3 to lane 2? No. Which is not. So if you're squeamish, maybe look away now. I know I am, but I can't look away. Right, the rain's definitely starting. See the moon. Top left. Top right even. That's where it says accident, slow down. Slower, we'll start. Oh yeah, we are stopped. It's just a bump, nothing serious, and hopefully everyone is okay. Now, I've seen plenty of accidents in my time because I'm involved in car racing for 20 years. But obviously the cars are built to withstand accidents and large impacts, things like that. Whereas these cars today are as well, so you're less likely to be seriously injured in a car these days than what you were when I was a kid. But doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Car with no lights lights on. He's now trying to pull across, as is the next car. Ah, is that the reason? The reason why two cars have decided to pull in. I can't see any flashy lights, i.e., you know, vehicles in lane 3 with the little move out of this lane thing, and this matrix isn't on, which one would assume would be saying that. Or maybe them two just want to get off this motorway. So they've just joined us. We're currently on the M61 in light drizzle, now at night, and heavy traffic. I say I can't figure out why the roundabout was so bad. I can't see anything with flashy lights on. I can't see any police or the plastic police that they have on the motorways. All I can see is just standard brake lights and standard lights of cars. We're looking at the side of a lorry quite a way away, and I can see lights moving on the lorry, but I think they're just brake lights of vehicles around the corner from it. They don't strike me as lights. Right, I can now see around the corner, because it basically does an S. Oh, that's that car that was in lane 3. It's just gone into the one with no lights on. Just gone into lane 1. So obviously it's thinking of coming off at the next exit. There's no discernible advantage of being in lane 1 that I can make out. So I personally think we're travelling quicker than lane 1. And if everyone's piling off the next junction, then that round is going to be worse than ever. Then if you stay on and go through Swinton, if that roundabout had traffic lights on it, then it would make sense to come off there and then drive along the A6. No, I don't think it's the A6 actually. No, the A666. No. What is it? Anyway, the one that goes into Swinton. No, it doesn't go into Swinton, does it? No, it goes parallel to Swinton. But anyway, go on that one, and it'll take you over the motorway, the bridge where the pub is. Like I say, don't see the point. So again, the matrix information is not on, which is saying 40 mile an hour. I mean, we could only dream of doing 40 mile an hour. What's that van? Has that van moved away on in lane 1? Because lane 1 will eventually be the lane to be in, assuming that the back up from the roundabout doesn't spill onto this motorway. Oh, There's 2 lorries on the other side of the motorway. I don't know if you can see them with the hazards on and the hard shoulder. No, they're not the accident because there's still traffic ahead. Plus there's nothing going on behind them. The traffic is flowing freely. Got a sign here saying "800 yards, we go down to 1 lane." What? In rush hour? Surely that's a mistake. Unless it's repairing the motorway from an earlier accident. Because there's no signage on the right side of the motorway, just that one sign on the left, or it might be one that's been left up from late night roadworks. I don't know. So I can see around the corner, and I can see that there is no indicators on. It's just 3 rows of brake lights. So maybe the sat navs have chucked everyone off the motorway at where I was on about before. I can see a couple of indicators on round the corner. Usually they look like white lights, but they're actually red lights underneath the street lights, which are the old orange type. So we've got another one of these signs here. This is so annoying. Right, so lane 1 is now moving quite well. Lane 1 was moving quite well. So why the hell are they doing roadworks? It's got to be emergency roadworks. There can't be any other reason for it. Because this is causing absolute chaos. And I'm tempted to go into lane 1 if I can, but I'm not convinced that's a good idea at this exact moment. I'll put my indicator on just in case. There's a car letting me in. Obviously not the professional driver. Ooh, what was that? Oh, it was a thingamabob. Right, so I made the executive decision to go into lane 1. This now opens up my options. I've now got 3 options. One is to rejoin lane 2. One is to stay in lane 1 and see how far it goes. The other one is to come off at this junction, which is 100 yards away, and then go through that horrendous roundabout. Or stay on see, everyone's pulling off here. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to stay on. because that is the queue for the roundabout to my left. And I've never seen that before. Well, if I have, I don't remember seeing it before. It says 20 miles an hour. Okay, you're not illegally driving over the chevrons, are you? God, just imagine if someone had, I don't know, a dash cam on and could read your number plate. God, that'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? So I've been on 51 minutes. I'm currently going past the fairly new housing estate we watched get built a few years ago. Going past an oil tanker. Alright, we've got the arrow pointing, and then they've got, but it's still 3 lanes as far as I can make out. No, it's not. Alright, so that's gone down to 2 lanes, okay. Now this is what they call the zipper effect. I only know that from those idiots who post stuff on YouTube when they are just basically being idiots and then telling us that everyone else is an idiot and they're the sensible ones. You're like, nah, don't think so. Ugh. Right, so this is another zipper effect, so we'll let this one in because their lane is disappearing. Like so. I'll let you in, mate, come on. Right, so lane 1 was the right choice. Do we get to get back? Well, no, because there's nothing. Why are they doing roadworks this time of day? All I can think of is something major's occurred and this is emergency work. Because it did say accident earlier and I've not seen an accident. So I'm wondering if there was an accident early and they've had to resurface the road because of maybe a diesel spill or something similar. We've got to get someone who's going to try and cut through. Because it does go into 2 lanes for a very short period of time and then goes back into 1 lane. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have someone coming past. We're all being punted over the A582, which will cause absolute chaos and confusion on the A58. Yep, we've got a vehicle coming down. It's a van. Oh, it's a professional driver. We've got another one. Another one, and then they're just pushing in. So there's the things blocking the road. lot of us have gone in the middle. It's a whole line of us ahead and behind that have all gone in the middle there to stop these numpties whizzing past. Because all they're doing is just moving the delay further down the M61. Now they can use both lanes when we get onto the next bit. No, that's fine, don't have a problem with that. There's someone actually driving pretty much on the grass behind me. Oh, they've given up now. Jesus, are you really that important? No. So this is just going to be chocker all the way to the traffic lights. There's nothing we can do about that. Pretty sure that it's going to be, doesn't matter what lane you're in, but I'm going to stay in lane 1 for this. Rain stopped and there's no cloud where the moon is, so I think we've gone under that shower. You're braking, I'm not, so everyone going into lane 2. Well, this obviously speeds things up a bit. We've now got 2 lanes rather than 1. People are in lane 1, including me, just undercutting everyone because all the speedy bastards have gone in lane 2. You can't overtake, it's only lane 2. Right, so it must be directly underneath here, because if you look down you can see rear view lights of cars, or you could anyway, on the road underneath. And this is the, you know, Ridge Racer flyover thing that we go under, so it must be actually underneath this bridge that we're on where the trouble is. Right, now I would assume that we're all going to travel at roughly the same speed, but I mean, those cars that overtook, they've all been rear undertook, so didn't get them in, did it? Oh, it makes me laugh sometimes what people are like. Right, so what do I do? What's everyone else going to do? Everyone else is going to go... I don't know what everyone else is going to do. Because are they going to go through Swinton and come around that way? Because if they are, that's going to make that chaos. Or are they going to go straight through the A580 down towards Moston, Cheetah Mill, that way? Or are they going to go get onto the the Mancunian Way? It's all very peculiar. Wonder if that Range Rover, or whatever it was, is thinking how good it is now, cutting across the chevrons earlier. This is definitely the worst traffic jam I've seen. Wouldn't mind, but it's the one time when we should be able to do, because it's half term.
Songs you can win.
can't believe we started at dusk, but we're an hour in now and it's pitch black. Powered up Pac-Man. I don't think that really makes a huge difference because both lanes are going to the same set of traffic lights, so might gain a couple of car lengths, but it's only because they've got the inside line. We get the inside line later on. Because at this speed, which is 6 miles an hour, I'm trying to figure out what to do. We're on a straight, so we all should now go similar speed. I mean, hold similar position. Obviously, we're all going to get a similar speed. And then we get the next corner is a left, sharp left, and that means we should then, in theory, get a few places back again, assuming that no one ahead of us is letting people in. It's pretty much standing traffic on the to our left. You can see the brake lights of the cars. I mean, okay, it's not standing, but they're not going quick, and there's a lot of them, and they've got the matrix up for it's either 60 or 40. I assume. Looking at them, it's probably 40. I don't think they're doing 60. So going the same direction, there's also brake lights, lorries and things on the other far left. Oh, look, there's Jeremy Corbyn. Far left. Sorry. Right, we're now going under the A6, and that's got a line of traffic as well. Right, okay then. So that means decision has been made. I'm going to go down the Mancunian way.
That implies that he spent 60 years idle. But he was you know, he worked right up to the end. He was on the Man United board. Newsroom is a hotbed of affairs. It's like Love Boat out there. Southend has fallen to psycho-bitey nasties. Welsh breakfast is a headbutt and a fag. Lorry drivers are land-based sailors. Rithing does not have a Domino's, and it's quite hard to do crofting in a flat. Thank you, Sunta. Thanks, Gav. Thank you.
Right, I'm normally setting off, having done the first bit of shopping for my mother from Ashton-under-Lyne. We were doing so well, and now we're far back. And then of course using battery up on the phone. Might be no truck count tonight. Oh jeez. So we're now heading towards the East Line. As I guessed, was now starting to gain places back on the cars in the right hand lane. Because it, like I say, the road turns left, therefore we've got a shorter distance, whereas they had the shorter distance when the road was doing that long sweeping right. Whether it's enough to make up the places for the car that pulled out that was in front of me, I don't know. It certainly negates the advantage that the car had. Go on Regent Road particularly. So here we go. But that was it. That car on the right there, it's just passed. VDE. Oh yeah. You feel the right idiot now, don't you, mate? All on camera and everything. So the problem we've got is there's a lorry in our lane, but there's a lorry in his lane as well, so it doesn't really matter. Just basic physics though, isn't it? Once we get through these lights, because it's breaking us up into little segments, it should hopefully be better, more flowing. I feel like I'm gaining on that articulated lorry now, lane. I'm like, how's that even possible? We're in the same lane. It might just be the fact that because the car in front of me is quite high, I couldn't see it, but now we're on a corner, I can. Right, the bridge nearest to us, with that car going over, that is the slip road from the East Lancs going into Salford, going onto the M60, which turns into the M62. And then the next bridge you can see is the double one, where you've got the slip road from the M60 for the M61, which we've used a few times, and you've also then got the M60 itself, and so it's a much busier road, but you can see the traffic is flowing freely going that direction. We should be able to see. Yeah, we're really rattling on these cars on the right now. Right, the lights are on red for us at the moment, but we can see them. Oh, I don't like it when you're under a bridge and you can hear it. Hear the cars going over. I mean, obviously they have to have movement in the bridges, otherwise they'd crack. But when you're underneath them, it's a little bit worrying. I think I'll be alright, but I think a passenger might be squashed if this thing collapses. However, if anything comes over the edge, I'm knackered. So, right, we're on green, but how much traffic is there after this? See, it's quite a wide bridge as well, this, because it's got lanes of going in different directions. Oh. An articulated lorry's just pulled into our lane and cut a car up. The car was obviously not overly impressed with that. But it also means that the cars in lane 2 will now gain a bit of an advantage, because there's an articulated lorry gap ahead. I don't think our lane chopping friend from earlier has caught us up yet. Oh, this might be him. Although you can't see them. Let's put the light on it. Yeah, VDE. So yeah, it's right next to me now. Right, we're about to change to green. Hopefully we'll get through. Through. And there goes VDE next to me again. It's pulled out, which is good because I can pull out as well. Because we're not coming off straight away, we're going to go. See, they've not set any diversions up, which makes me think more that what's happened is emergency roadworks. So VDE is the car that pulled out from lane 1 into lane 2 earlier on, when and has ended up in exactly the same place they would have done had they not have done. Go figure. Right, I imagine a lot of people have gone up there. No one's gone up there. Damn. So I made the wrong choice. So that's the easiest way to get back on the M60. I thought that's what people would have done. I've given up with the M60. Fastest we've been for a while. We got up to 40 mile an hour for a short period. Now back up to 40. So this is the yeah, it's still the A580 East Lancs, which will turn into the A6 when we go under the next 2 mini flyovers, basically round about above us, which is after the next set of traffic lights, where we'll have to change lanes as well. Set of traffic lights, the next set of traffic lights. This is just a Pelican crossing. turn right here, you end up at Salford Royal Infirmary. Trip I did many times for Metal Mickey when he broke his neck. Way, then we come down Ashton-under-Lyne Road. Which joins up with the Snipe. So yeah, that would make sense. Driver doing 30 mile an hour and 40 in lane 3. Oh, it's now speeded up. Oh, sped up, not speeded. Hold him at 4. So we'd sometimes come off here and then go through Cheetah Mill and all that. But I'm not doing that. I'm assuming now that it's 7:10, near enough, that we can go onto the Mancunian Way and there won't be a huge amount of traffic. Sorted at last. This has been like major roadworks forever. Now, was that the same Murphy lorry, same Murphy van that we had on the motorway ages ago? Right. Now if you go straight on, you end up on Crescent Road. That will take you... Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'll keep on this. Underneath Salford Crescent. railway station. Parallel with Salford Crescent railway station. Underneath the A6. Then I turn left. The next lights. I think. It's too late now, we have. No idea why we're moving and no one else is, because all the lights are on red. But anyway, let's not argue with the situation. We've got a car trying to pull into lane 2, whereas we could be going, we can't do because this car is in the wrong lane. So we could have got through them, but we can't do because we've not got people plugging themselves, have we? Because that's a big no-no. Permaban. See what I mean? We could have got all the way down here. Because we get the filter. Everyone's turning down there behind me as well. Don't know what's down there. I know what's up here though. Felt lights are on red anyway, so we've not lost anything. Fire station. Oh, Salford Crescent Fire Station. The lights have just come on. In the fire, but they might be just testing the blues and twos. Right, well, we could have got through, but only just. It's like someone stood in that window to the left, but there isn't. It's very weird. It's a sticky thing on the window. I can say very weird. Anyway, we're heading into town. Now, I'm going to take a gamble and go right here. Well, to be fair, could have gone straight on because the traffic doesn't look that bad today. Although we said that it's not, no, that's not the main road. The main road is further around the corner and I can't see it from here. Again, this is a bit of knowledge I've picked up along the way as we go under a train, or a train goes over us, whichever way you want to word it. So we're now on Regent, well, we're nearly on Regent Road. We're just going past the Sainsbury's. Got a dark car that's just pulled across. This has meant I can't get through. I've actually been to the KFC and McDonald's. You can see they both had reviews, the restaurants and various burgers and whatnot. So we're in, people call it Manchester, but it's actually Salford. We're aiming for the Mancunian way. I'm assuming we're going to get the filter on the cars that you can't see. You can see a bit of a red car, which is on the right, turning right to where we are, and the cars facing them are going to get a filter as well, so that they can all turn right. But we should get, in theory, a filter for us. Oh no, nearly crashed then. Okay, they got a filter instead. So I don't know this junction that well. And they'll stop and then it should be us. Yep. And then we head to the Mancunian way. So I'll go in the middle lane, I think. Oh, they put pretty lights on the bridge. Oh, they built a building there. Jesus Christ, that was not there last time I came. That's what the pretty lights are for. There's a building behind that. So we're going to drive now along the Mancunian way and then down Ashton-under-Lyne Old Road. So no trams. Argos van. Right, so we're now on the Mancunian way. Now, 18 months, 2 years ago, if not more, we got stuck in a massive traffic jam coming in the opposite direction, going underneath underpass. An hour. I'm doing nearly 30 mile an hour. I'm doing 30 mile an hour now. And I'm being overtaken like I'm not moving, however. Yeah, bang on 30 now. Alright, that's going that way. So the zip effect again. One goes, one appears. Because all these tower blocks and everything are fairly recent. Yeah, I just assume that the bandwidth has been absolutely destroyed by people in all them apartments. But that, you're back. Now we've passed all the apartments. Got a professional driver next to me, Uber. I use the term loosely. Well, the Uber driver thinks we're going. I don't think we're going. No, I'm going to say it's the cross traffic that's going. Professional driver, my arse. I don't even live around here, and I knew we weren't going at that point. Right, now we're going. Curries. Well, the professional driver's pulled in behind me. Obviously bowed to my superiority. What's making that noise? No idea. And is it us or is it filter? It's filter. No, it says. Are you kidding me? As soon as we get going, the next set of traffic lights go on red. Obviously the Audi needed to get ahead of me. Smoking a lot, that Audi. That's the old main coach depot. It's the old car showroom. So this is Ashton Old Road. You know what, you're right. Let's have a look at some trams. Why not? We're late already. So I think this will take us to the Emirate. Well, yeah. Spot the floodlights. Well, I don't think that is for the Emirates. Or maybe it is. But we need to be in the right lane because we're turning right. We get to the big set of traffic lights. It's actually quite spectacular. So yeah, this is it. We've got the filter, but I don't think we'll have it by the time we get there. So we're now on Ashton-under-Lyne Road. Tram. Told you. We're on Ashton-under-Lyne Road now. To be fair, I'm more familiar with the layout of this road and with it being night and all that. I just feel more confident on this road. But we got here a lot quicker than we would have done had we have gone through Cheetah Mill and all that. At least it feels like we have anyway. My mum will be panicking now though, obviously because I'm late. There's nothing I can do about that. No, she doesn't have the internet, and no, she doesn't watch these. And she's kind of aware of what the internet is. She knows it exists anyway. That's about as far as it goes. Pardon me. Pardon me again. Wigan's there. Been on the track deliberately because of all the potholes between us. Weirdly, only on this section. You can see where they filled them in, but you never know. There's going to be one there that's just going to rip your wheel off, your suspension or whatever. Once you get past these traffic lights, it's fine. I wouldn't mind, they keep patching it up and it's still, there was a pothole, it's still potholes. Self-plugging instant ban. I will go back and look at this. Right. So we are halfway house. It's on the right next to the train. Just changed. thought we'd do this in 40 minutes today, because it was going that well. We're over an hour into, well, over an hour over 40 minutes. We're nearly up to an hour and 50. Tram somewhere, or maybe just cars coming out the side road. A car coming out the side road from the right. Tesco in Denton. Young family crossing road. So I've parked where the line is before the cycle. There's a car in front, hasn't. Beautifully done. That cars had already come out of there. So they've got the filter. Always tickles me that why cars kind of push ahead when there's no need to, and then are slow away at the lights anyway. Another tram. Oh, angle's all wrong for that one. You'll never see trams coming the other way, because if there's a tram going the same way as us, and obviously they don't go slow, they do the same speed as us, therefore you ain't going to catch them. 153.9. which is what I paid 152.9 at Tesco in Wigan. Line on the tram lines, don't want to be on the tram lines here, no need for that. So now in Aldershot. Else, I need the loot. Thankfully, we are not far away. a white coloured BMW. Right, I don't think we're going to get anything soon because it's for the cars from the right. We'll get there. There they go. That should change in a second. To KFC. Which I've also reviewed. Going over the motorway that we're normally on. Like I say today, absolute waste of time. Oh, we didn't get through them. Like BMW did though. It'll change soon, yeah, there you go. These are the lights we normally come from the right, having gone through the Mickey Mouse section and all that. So we've got here 148.9. It's only a penny cheaper than Wigan. So I've got Wigan. Well, there's polite BMW driver. Right, yeah, there's Sainsbury's. Because I did yeah, I did M&S last week. Oh, she wish I were what? Yeah, desperately need the loo. Why is it when you get closer to somewhere where you know there's a toilet, you need the toilet more? It's weird, isn't it? So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, giving Steve you still are. And I will see you all again next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye!